everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about hair, and I want to talk about in relation to obviously writing, but I want to talk about in relation to when you're going into detail about something, when you're writing something. You know that writing is about feeling, and if you can describe it well enough, because you've nurtured it enough, you can transfer that feeling over to the reader so that the reader can feel. And even if the reader is not familiar with the territory that you're writing about, or whatever it is that you're writing about, the reader's not familiar with it, the way that you write about it and the way that you convey it allows that reader to experience it just the way you do. So this morning when I woke up, usually I have to film in the morning, kind of early afternoon, because I use natural light, so there's lots of light coming from the window at the minute. So basically, this morning I washed my hair, and as I was washing my hair this morning, I thought about the whole process, the whole kind of natural hair process that I've been going through. And I have been natural for 2 years. Now, if you don't know what that means, it basically means that I haven't straightened my hair. I've been putting lots of chemicals in my hair for 2 years. So this is in fact the actual hair that grows out of my head. This is it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you a story, and in the story about my hair is going to allow you, even if you don't have the kind of texture that my hair is, maybe your hair is straight, or maybe your hair is curly, wavy, or whatever it is, it allows you to understand and appreciate the journey, so that if you were ever to write about something like this, you would have a bit more connection to it, because it's all about connecting the reader. I've always straightened my hair. I started straightening my hair at the age of 12. Now, if you're not aware, for those of you who don't know, I went to school in West Africa, in Sierra Leone, for 5 years. And at school we have a couple of things that we do celebrate. We have prize giving, we have Thanksgiving, you know, giving. We have these celebrations that we do, and I think it was for Thanksgiving, where, funnily enough, the kind of Black American sort of whole band thing where you're marching in the street, I don't know whether it was brought over, not as Black American, but if it was brought over by the English, or it was all incorporated. I don't really know the history of that, but anyway, back to the story. So for Thanksgiving, I went to Catholic school all my life. So you go to church, you say thank you God for the school and the wonderful people who set up the school, blah blah blah. And then when you finish, you march through the town with the band. And it's beautiful. It's like being in New Orleans, you know. You're wearing your school uniform, you look your best. The whole city or town comes out to see you. And, you know, it's a beautiful moment. You know, everyone sees you. It's real pride in your school and all the rest of it. So I think we had Thanksgiving, and where we lived at the time, we lived on top of a hairdressing salon. And I remember the lady who owned the hairdressing salon, she had 2 children who were kind of like the same age as me, or a little bit older, 2 girls, and they always getting their hair done. I got my hair done, but my hair was natural, and the lady said, what are you doing with your hair for Thanksgiving, Nadia, or something? And I was like, I don't know. And she went, come here, and she straightened my hair. She's like straightened it, relaxed it. So my mum came home after work, you know, my hair was relaxed, and you know, my mum was like, and then that was the end of that. She really didn't, there was no fuss made out of it, anything. So my hair was relaxed from that day on, and so therefore it was bone straight. But I've never really, I'm not into bone straight hair, so whenever I straightened my hair, whenever I relaxed it, it was always thicker, because I didn't do it bone straight. I still wanted to know that I had hair, that it wasn't just this straight thin stuff, you know. But anyway, so yeah, I just been straight for years. I don't know, 20 years, 25 years, whatever, since I was 12. I went natural once, and I didn't enjoy it, to be honest. I didn't even know what I was doing with my hair at that point. And so you know, my cousin-in-law, my sister-in-law, she was like, oh my God, man, your hair, you don't even know what you're doing anymore, you need to sort it out. So she took me to the hairdresser shop, they cut off all my hair, and I went back to relaxing it, and it was easy to maintain, and then I let it grow all over again, and it was perfect, and I was happy. The reason why I stopped relaxing my hair was my dad died, and I was packing my stuff to go to the funeral because I'm in England and he died in Syria. And I was combing my hair, and my son said, "Oh, what's your hair like?" And I said, "What do you mean, Mom? What's my hair like? My hair's like yours." And he said, "No, it's not. I don't know what your hair's like." I said, "Well, you must know what my hair is like." And he was like, "Actually, I've never seen what your hair's really like." And I thought, oh my God. What do you say to that? There's nothing I can say to it. And I thought, oh, that's not good. You're growing up and you have no idea what my hair looks like, and we're the same. Oh God! And you're a boy. Imagine what little girls are going through. It's horrendous. So I thought, okay, you know what? I said, you're going to find out what my hair's like, because I'm not going to relax it anymore. Please know that I am not on a natural hair mission. I am not a natural hair brigade. I don't care. I really don't care about all of that. You know, this is just me. I'm just doing my thing. So I grew my hair out, and it was a wonderful experience, because I found out that I had 2 different kind of textures in my hair that I had to learn how to deal with. I remember asking my mum, "Okay, so how do I do this? How do I do this?" And she's like, "I don't remember. It's a long time ago." Okay, well, I'll just look on YouTube, shall I? And that's what I did. I started looking on YouTube and going through this process. And one of the most beautiful things about my hair that I like is when I'm washing it, because it's so thick and there's so much of it. It's almost like you're massaging and so, you know, you're massaging this I don't even know what the word is, this organism. It's alive, and I love it. I love the thickness. I love how it feels when it's wet. And it's almost like I'm making love to my hair when I'm washing it. When I finish washing it, then I condition it. You know, I got to put the leave-in conditioner, and then I'm oiling it, and then maybe I'm plaiting it, or I might twist it. It's like I'm making love to my hair. It's like I'm making love to my hair. And my hair responds. It responds. I have to take time out to do my hair, to concentrate on it, to concentrate on myself, which I never did before. I'm not one of those people who was in the hairdressers all the time or anything like that. When my hair was relaxed, I would go to bed. I don't tie my hair. Even with this hair, sometimes I don't tie it up to go to bed. I just go to bed, whatever. I'll deal with it in the morning. You just wet it, and when you wet it, you comb it out, and it's fine. So you can't do that all the time, but the process of hair and grooming it and grooming yourself and getting to know yourself all over again is a beautiful experience. And I'm not going to go into detail about how you do this and that, because you can go on YouTube channels and you can see lots of black or mixed race women and men you know, explaining what they do with their hair and showing you the process. So even if you're not familiar with this kind of hair, you get to learn about it. But getting to learn and understand something that you haven't been doing for a long time is a beautiful process. And during that process, you know, when people say to me, if someone compliments me on my hair, or they ask me about it, and I explain the process to them, and I explain that it works this way, it doesn't work that way, it's a beautiful thing, because it's sharing, it's creating understanding. And this is the kind of thing that you do in your writing. You create an understanding about different worlds, because you've gone through the process, because you've done that observation, because you've gone through the process. And for me, it's a beautiful thing. So I take the time now, if I'm writing, I take the time to write about hair in what I write, because I think it's so important for people to know that this little piece, it's not a little piece, but you know, this piece of you is something that we see all day, every day. But sometimes we have no understanding of it. So I feel like I want to add that process to the writing. And it may just be one sentence, or it may be 3. It may be a paragraph, it doesn't matter. But this is one of the processes of writing that I feel like I want to share, in terms of telling a story or creating an understanding of something that's alien to others, that you can, once you've gone through the process, you can share that experience in a very simplified manner. So happy writing, and I'll see you next time.